Hey everyone, it's first gen Camaro day here. I finally got a good 68 Camaro, so here's an excuse to show all three of the first gen 67, 68, and 69. All three are good brands. The first is the 67 by Ertl Authentics. Authentics was kind of their premium trim level for their diecast that had a lot more detail than the rest. It first started out as, I think they call it Precision 100. And it started with a couple Ford products, the 65 Mustang. And then it was rebranded as Authentics as they did more and more vehicles. This always had really nice detail. They had some unique features like the rotating drive shaft. Paint is good. Open grill, which is always nice to see. I always like when I see these what's it called? Chevy calls them rally wheels, is when the steel part is silver versus the chrome beauty rings. So I always like to see that. Opening trunk with spare tire. You do have, I guess you'd call them dog legs. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but they look pretty chunky to me. You've got seat belts. You got carpeting. These were very nice for their day. And I've actually got proper crevice tools to open things like hoods from now on, so I'm not fumbling with them as much. Yeah, maybe the hinges are accurate because these are not dog legs. That's always a nice touch. Very good underhood detail. Pay attention to the scale of the wheels. These look like 15s to me, maybe even 16s based on scale. And I've had this for a few years now. So that's my 67. I just got in the mail this 68. This is by Acme, which is probably someone else's older tooling. Now look right away, look at the wheels. These are also, Chevy rally wheels. Again, they're painted silver, which is good. But these look substantially smaller. Again, I don't know if that's accurate because these look more like they'd be 14s or 15s. And I know they're supposed to be. They didn't have 16s back then. So based on scale, I don't know who's right. I don't know if the Ertl is right or if the Acme is right. Again, spare tire. This is supposedly a replica of a 1-of-1 Z28 convertible because there was no such thing as a Z28 convertible in 68. The color's gorgeous. The green is gorgeous. That's why I got it. You'll notice that the grill is not open. It's a bit of a bummer. And this one, the door gaps are pretty sizable, which bothers me. I got this for about, I think 55, 60 bucks. Retails $135, so at that price I'm not mad at it. It's limited to, I think, one of 570. Interior's good. Got seat belts again, carpeting. Seats that go forward and back. I think, yeah, working sun visors. Really very nice car. I mean, retails, about 135-ish, so you kind of expect something for that amount of money. And because it's a Z28, again, you have the that interesting air cleaner setup. Detail underneath is pretty good, as you saw. But I would say overall detail and quality is inferior to the Ertl, which we just saw, and that Ertl probably retailed for, I don't know, $89 back in the day. Last up is a 69, which is personally my favorite year of the first gen. This is a Yanko. Yanko was named after a guy, was Don Yanko. I think he was in upstate New York who did performance variants, did big block 427 cars. They re-released this. This is a Highway 61. They re-released this as a, I think a Fast and Furious car. One of the Fast and Furious movies featured this. So again, simulated spare tire. These I would say are probably possibly not accurate again. My big issue with this is the wheels have solid backing, so you can't see up front. You would have a brake caliper. You'd probably have rear drums in this year, depending on options. I don't know if you could get four-wheel discs in 69. You do have an open grille. Let's open the hood. That's where this little crevice tool comes in. Again, we've got good, accurate scale hinges up front. And this would be a big block car because it's a Yanko. Underhood detail is really, really good. Paint is a little thick, orange, peely in places. Again, we've got seat belts, carpeting, folding seats. So I think all these models are pretty comparable. Highway 61 back in the day, again, this would have retailed for comfortably under $100. I think I paid $50 for it last year, which is a pretty good score. It's been re-released, and I think retails for like $135. Packages. This is the typical packaging you would see for a Ertl Authentics. This is for the 67. The 68 is the typical Acme, which shows the number 1 of 570 on it. And then last but not least, it's a bit of a beat-up box, but this was the earlier Supercar Collectibles Highway 61 packaging. But yeah, a little beat up, but again, I paid $50 for this car. It's probably a $200 car. So again, really comparable. Little differences between each that make some better than others. I think the best bang for the buck is the Ertl Authentics. I like everything they do. I highly recommend their 85 Monte Carlo SS. It's the best Monte Carlo SS that anyone ever made. So if you have the chance to pick that up, I highly recommend it. Next week, I think we'll do 3 very similar Cadillacs. Have a good one, like, and subscribe.